Stop for a second and look at where you are right now. You have likely done everything you were supposed to do. You followed the instructions, you were polite, you waited your turn, you played fair. But looking around, you might notice a painful reality. The world does not hand out trophies to the people who follow the rules. It hands them to the people who understand the game. There is a difference between being a good person and being an effective person. And sadly, society is designed to train you to be harmless, not powerful. It teaches you to be a spectator in your own life. Niccolò Machiavelli saw this clearly 500 years ago. He looked at the kings and the conquerors and realized they weren't playing by the rules of politeness. They were playing by the laws of human nature, strategy, leverage, perception. He didn't write his philosophy to make you evil. He wrote it to make you awake. Today, we're going to look at 9 specific rules society taught you to follow, and why breaking them is the only way to actually gain respect. This isn't about hurting others. It's about protecting yourself. It's about realizing that you have been playing with a handicap, while everyone else is playing to win. If you are ready to stop asking for permission and start taking your place in the world, type this in the comments right now. I choose power. Let that be your contract with yourself. Now, let's look at the first rule you need to break. Society loves to tell you, just be yourself. Wear your heart on your sleeve. Tell everyone everything. It sounds sweet. It's actually suicide. In the real world, total transparency is just giving your enemies the blueprints to destroy you. When you broadcast your every move, your every fear, and your every plan, you become predictable. And in strategy, predictable means dead. The man who tells everyone his big business idea gets it stolen. The man who complains about his boss to a friend gets fired. The man who reveals his insecurities gets manipulated. Machiavelli warned us, men are so simple and so much inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims for his deceptions. You don't need to lie, but you must learn the art of silence. Stop vomiting your thoughts to anyone who will listen. Your goals are fragile. Protect them. Your strategy is valuable. Hide it. Power lies in the unsaid. When people can't read you, they respect you. They fear you, just a little bit. And that fear is useful. Be a mystery, not an open book. Comment this. Silence is my shield. This is the favorite lie of the mediocre. Be patient. Good things come to those who wait. Your time will come. Look around. Does the world really reward waiting? Or does it reward the guy who cuts the line, kicks down the door, and demands a seat at the table? Waiting is passivity disguised as virtue. It's an excuse to do nothing while you hope for a miracle. The universe doesn't owe you a turn. History is not a queue. The most successful people didn't wait for a promotion. They built their own company. They didn't wait to be discovered. They put themselves out there until they couldn't be ignored. He meant that opportunities flee from the hesitant. They belong to the bold. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for a certificate, a sign, or permission. The clock is ticking and it doesn't care about your patience. Aggression wins, initiative wins, speed wins. Comment this. I create my turn. Don't rock the boat. Just let it go. Be the bigger person. Translation. Let people walk all over you. Society trains you to fear conflict because conflict disrupts the herd. But conflict is the forge of respect. If you are terrified of an argument, if you fold the moment things get tense, you signal to the world that you have no backbone. You don't need to start fights, but you must be willing to finish them. When you tolerate disrespect to keep the peace, you are waging a war against your own self-esteem, and you are losing. Machiavelli knew that a leader who cannot fight cannot lead. He said, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." Why? Because love is fickle, but respect is constant. When you stand your ground, even when your voice shakes, you change the energy in the room. People stop testing you. They start checking with you. Conflict isn't the end of a relationship. Often, it's the beginning of a real one. Comment this. I stand my ground. This is the tragedy of the gifted. You grow up hearing, you're so smart, you're so talented, and you believe that your raw skill is a golden ticket. It's not. It's just a ticket to the lottery. The world is full of brilliant, talented geniuses who are broke, lonely, and forgotten. Why? Because they thought talent was enough. They ignored the game. They ignored networking. They ignored politics. They ignored branding. They thought their work would speak for itself. Machiavelli teaches us that perception is reality. It doesn't matter if you are the best king if everyone thinks you are weak. It doesn't matter if you have the best product if nobody knows it exists. You have to sell yourself. You have to play the game of optics. You have to build alliances. Talent is the engine, but strategy is the steering wheel. Without strategy, you're just a Ferrari spinning its tires in the mud. Stop relying on your merit. Start building your leverage. Comment this: strategy over skill. The disease of people-pleasing. You want to be the nice guy. You want everyone to like you. You bend over backwards to be agreeable. Here's the harsh truth. If everyone likes you, nobody respects you. To be universally liked, you have to be a chameleon. You have to agree with everyone, which means you stand for nothing. You become a mirror, reflecting whoever is in front of you. You have no core. Leaders, visionaries, and powerful men are polarizing. They have raving fans and bitter enemies. That is the cost of having a spine. Machiavelli warned princes against being hated, yes, but he also warned against being despised. And nothing makes you more despicable than being a pushover who tries to buy love with compliance. Stop trying to be liked. Start trying to be effective. Start trying to be true. Let people dislike you. Their disapproval is the tax you pay for your freedom. Comment this: I choose respect over likes. Go to school. Get a job. Pay your taxes. Trust the government. Trust HR. This is the rule of the dependent. We are taught that if we follow the rules, the system will take care of us. Look at history. Look at the economy. The system is not designed to protect you. It is designed to protect itself. HR is not your friend. They protect the company. The bank is not your friend. They want your interest. The government is not your parent. Machiavelli wrote his masterpiece, The Prince, because he saw that institutions crumble and alliances shift. The only person you can truly rely on is yourself. You need to build your own safety net, your own skills, your own savings, your own network. Depending on the system makes you a serf. Building your own independence makes you a sovereign. Stop outsourcing your survival. Become self-reliant. Comment this: I am my own safety. This sounds ugly, doesn't it? We are taught that using people is evil. Let's rephrase it. We are taught that transactional relationships are bad. But here is the reality. All relationships are transactional. Even love involves an exchange of emotional support. When you refuse to think strategically about people, you end up surrounded by drains people who take your time, energy, and money and give nothing back. Machiavelli understood that a prince needs advisors, soldiers, and allies. He didn't hang out with people who dragged him down. He surrounded himself with assets. This isn't about being cruel. It's about being selective. Audit your circle. Who makes you better? Who brings value? Who challenges you? And who is just dead weight? You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you hang out with 5 losers, you will be the 6th. Using people for mutual growth isn't evil. It's intelligent design of your life. Comment this: I curate my circle. Humility is great for monks. For a man trying to build a legacy in a competitive world, excessive humility is poison. When you constantly downplay your achievements, when you say, "Oh, it was nothing," when you refuse to take credit, you are training the world to undervalue you. You are telling them, "I am not worth much," and they will believe you. Machiavelli advised rulers to cultivate a reputation for greatness. You don't need to be an arrogant jerk, but you must own your wins. If you did the work, take the credit. If you have the skill, say so. If you want the deal, ask for the big money. False humility is just cowardice wearing a nice suit. It's you being afraid to shine because you don't want to make others uncomfortable. Make them uncomfortable. Your greatness is not a crime. Comment this: I own my greatness. The biggest lie of childhood. That's not fair. We carry this into adulthood. We expect the most qualified person to get the job. We expect the honest man to win the court case. We expect bad things to only happen to bad people. And when life isn't fair, we whine, we complain, we become victims. Machiavelli looked at the world with cold, hard eyes. He saw that fairness is a human invention, not a law of nature. The rain falls on the just and the unjust alike. The powerful man does not cry about fairness. He adapts to reality. If the game is rigged, he learns how to play the rigged game. If the rules are unfair, he finds a way around them. Stop expecting the referee to save you. Stop expecting a gold star for effort. The world rewards results, not intentions. Accept the unfairness and use it to your advantage. Comment this: I adapt and conquer. You have a choice now. You can go back to the script. You can be nice, patient, humble, and safe. You can be a good sheep. The world will pat you on the head, and you will live a quiet, invisible life. Or you can take these 9 rules and smash them. You can choose to be strategic. You can choose to be bold. You can choose to be powerful. Machiavelli didn't write The Prince for everyone. He wrote it for the few who were ready to rule. Are you one of them? If you are, like this video to seal the contract. Subscribe if you want more dangerous truths. And share this with the one friend who needs to wake up. Go out there and play the game. Don't let the game play you.